Okay, so second video in the same outfit because it's the same day, and I just remembered I had something I wanted to tell you, but I never made a video before about it. So, this is about racism and xenophobia, my friends. It's like first-hand experience of something that happened. My mum and I went out to have something to eat at a pub the other day. I say the other day, it was like about a month ago now. But it was nice because we never go out. I have a thing about cutlery, but my mum was like, come on, let's try and do this. So we did. It was really nice. We sat down to have our meal. And it's like, it's a nice place. It's quite local. It's like, it's not posh or anything, but, you know, it's okay. There's this table of guys sitting right in the middle of the pub, like really loud. You know the sort of guy, like they're middle-aged men. They're the sort of men that have really loud voices. Like you can't ignore them because they're talking really loudly and they're laughing really loudly and they feel like they own the place, that sort of people. And usually that's fine, you know, like it's a bit loud, it's a bit annoying, but you know, as long as there's nothing horrible going on, you know, enjoy your pints, my friends. But no, like I'm starting to get very aware, and so is my mum and the other people around us, that they're talking, like, they're having this really, really loud conversation about sort of, like, immigration and that kind of thing. And at first, you know, you think, well, you know, they're entitled to their opinion. I know it's a bit loud, but, you know, they can, it's a public place, they might as well. So we just carried on our meals trying to ignore it. And it gets worse and worse and worse. And it gets to the point, I kid you not, where one of these guys genuinely gets his phone out, he's taken a picture of a road near our area. Now this is like it's sort of like a shopping road kind of thing, and it's literally a road away from where a big part of my Indian family live. So he gets out this phone and is showing them the high street and pointing out how it's not how it used to be, because basically there's brown people in the picture. And this made me so angry because he's doing this loudly, everyone can hear him in this restaurant, he clearly thinks he can get away with doing that. All I'm thinking is, do you know what? I mean, it's so likely that that's my family or that's their friends. This is literally a road away from where they live, this high street. So this made me so angry. He's being so loud about it, saying how everything's changed now and, you know, you don't hear a British accent anymore, that sort of thing. And I'm just thinking, do you know what? We're all sitting here trying to eat. Oh, by the way, he said that thing about the accents. Behind us, he can't see this, but behind us there's a table of people with, I'm not sure if they had Romanian accents or it was some sort of Eastern European accent going on. I'm not sure what it was. But I thought, you know what? They shouldn't have to listen to this. I, as a half Indian person, whose family are like probably in your goddamn picture, shouldn't have to listen to this. This whole pub of people don't need to listen to this racist tirade. So I got up from my seat. I walked across into the middle of the pub. I went over, very politely though, very politely, and I just said, look guys, you're being like a bit loud, and some of us are just here like to have dinner and like there's kids and stuff, so if you could keep it down, that would be really great. So this guy looks at me like he can't believe it, because he's a middle-aged, pompous, horrible man, like racist, horrible man. And he can't believe it. He can't believe that me, like this little 5-foot person, has come over to him and like said that. And he gets all defensive and immediately he goes red in the face. And I felt really great about that because I thought, well, good. I mean, I was surprised that nobody else had said anything to him at this point, because clearly it was making a lot of people uncomfortable. I don't know, probably some people in there agreed with what he was saying, but either way, it's horrible and hateful, and if you're going to have those opinions, that's fine. I mean, it's not really fine, but, you know, you have a right to them. Don't do that in a public place full of people where you're making people feel really bad and including everyone in that, you know? It's horrible. So, I mean, even I'm not going to get, like, majorly political loudly in a public place, you know, where people are eating their dinner. I'm not going to do that. And you know me, I'm really opinionated because, you know, I like to think I'm, like, polite, and I'm only going to talk about politics to strangers if, for example, something majorly racist is happening, like it was happening in that pub. So yeah, I said that to him. He just went all defensive and was all like, bye, go and sit down, bye. Why he put that voice on, I don't even know. He started flicking his hand like that, as if to go away, little girl. And I just looked him up and down. I don't know, I just get confidence in me when racism and stuff like this happens. Where it comes from, I don't know, because usually I'm not confrontational, really. But when an injustice happens, I feel like I get taken over. And I just become like composed and dignified, and it's like a skill I have. It's probably one of my best skills that I'm proud of. I just kind of looked him up and down and I just said, hopefully you won't be talking about that stuff anymore while people are trying to eat their dinner, because it's really off-putting. by then, and then I walked back to my seat and went on having my dinner. I mean, they were in a mood. They were embarrassed though, and they did quieten down a bit. They did have a bit of a, they were talking shit about me and my mum as well, who was clearly like on my side during this. They were talking some shit, and it was a bit uncomfortable, but I felt like it had to be done, and I'm proud that I said something because I wasn't rude. And to be fair, I didn't even like take him up on the argument. I didn't even want to engage him because this guy is really, you know, racist and horrible, and clearly he thinks the world of himself, you know. But yeah, went over there, did that. It did kind of ruin the meal a bit because it's just what people don't understand about when people are talking about like racist stuff in a public place, like really loudly and horribly, is that like it wasn't like an abstract thing to me. It was like, that's literally a road away from where my family live. Like, that is my family. Like, I hear you talking about... He went on about Turkish people as well. Why he was so obsessed with Turkish people in particular, I don't know. My stepmom's Turkish, and I'm just thinking, what the hell, mate? What the hell is wrong with you? Ugh. Oh, anyway, it made me so angry. So I intervened, and I felt proud of myself. Looking back, I actually wish I'd been more sort of like strict on it. Like, I wish I'd gone in a bit more, but it was like a public place and a restaurant, but he really shouldn't have been doing that. And I was a bit disappointed because there were lots of people around his age. Like, there were other people his age there who could have stepped up and done something. Not to be rude, but just to say, look, could you like keep it down a bit? Nobody did. They all knew he was doing it. Everyone was getting uncomfortable because they knew that this was getting worse and worse. No one did it. So I had to do it. Anyway, that happened. I felt proud of myself, but I'm also, how depressing that we live in a day and age where a man and his friends can sit and talk about that and actually show pictures of brown people, how the, you know, like how the landscape's apparently changed because I guess there's more black faces or whatever, or brown faces, like how that can go unchallenged for so long. That's scary to me. That is really scary. But anyway, that's Britain today, my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I love you loads. Just wanted to tell you that little story. Have hope, my friends. And yeah. I'm going. Love you loads. See you soon. Bye.